Dame, what do you think just allowed them to get loose for that many three-pointers tonight?
I mean, I think we started them off by, just not closing to the bodies like we talk about, every day and shoot around. And when we went through personnel, we talked about how they want to get a lot of threes up this year. We talked about how they got guys, seeing that there's more opportunity and they're going to be aggressive, and they have been aggressive even in the preseason. And I think in this league, when you don't pay attention to details or you don't respect the details, guys see a couple go in and anybody can have a night. And, we closed short too many times in that first half. They saw, 1, 2, 3 go in, and then, they just started feeling good about it. And at that point, we started scrambling, and, the shots just kept going in. But I think it was us not taking up that space to begin with and allowing them to see, enough of those threes go in and start feeling good about themselves. And we all know what happens, once that starts.
Dame, did some of the turnovers, do you think, contribute to that a little bit, where they were just able to obviously stop your possessions, but then get rolling, transitioning, and find some of that space?
Yeah, I mean, anytime you turn the ball over, you are giving yourself one less opportunity to get a shot up on the rim, to score, and you're also giving them an opportunity to attack without your defense being set. And you just, there's no way for the offense to know when the turnover is going to happen. So a lot of times, you might have somebody in the corner. You might have two guys behind the play because they're in the paint, and then they get out and they're running you off balance. It leads to easier basket. It leads to, us scrambling and being out of position. And I did think, we turned the ball over too much, especially with them making shots and us, not having a great flow offensively consistently through the game. And, starting with myself, I think when I have the amount of responsibility that I have handling the ball, I can't turn the ball over 5 times.
Maybe off you said lack of flow, and Doc had said it. Obviously, it was a little different from last game in terms of the ball movement and sort of getting everyone involved. What kind of contributed that to a degree where maybe it was a little stickier tonight to a degree?
I think sometimes it just happens. Sometimes the ball is just hopping around. I think when you start to play that way, it's kind of contagious. You see what's happening. It kind of gives energy to the team. And I remember a couple of minutes going by tonight to start the game, and it was like 0-0. Like neither team has scored. But I think tonight they started making shots, and I think we started just trying to get ours back. We didn't, I guess, stick to the script and just, trust what we've been doing completely. I think we had moments of it, but, I think we just got away from, what we were doing last game. And it's early, and, you just got to continue to build those types of habits. Even when it's not going well, you still got to be able and willing to trust, that it's going to work out, and we're going to generate good shots, and, also that way everybody's involved and it's a more natural flow to the game.
Just between you and Giannis, how do you feel that the two-man game has been developed so far in the first 2 weeks or first 2 games of the season?
I think it's better already. Just from even a communication standpoint, during the game, coming out of huddles, we just having a lot of interactions about, what side of the floor we want to be on, who we want to get in the action, what we want to accomplish when we do it, how they covering us. It's just been a lot of interaction between us in that way. And I think that's already improvement from last season. And, I think as the season goes on and we continue to be in those situations and see all the coverages and see what's working and see what we both like, it'll just continue to get better.
How does experiencing a game like this with this type of adversity help your team, like this early in the season?
I think it'll help our team because it'll show you that when you do what you're supposed to do and, you trust and you execute, you do your job and then do your next job defensively, we can have a game like we had in Philly, where it was pretty simple. And when you think that you can win without doing those things, just because we got talent and, we can score a lot of points, you can be beat. And I think that's the one lesson that we can take away from this game because, our home opener, we come in feeling like it's a game we should win, but you got to be disciplined. You got to, be willing to bite down and do the things that, it might be simple. It might not be too, cute. It's just, hard work. It's simple. It's just having that discipline and that trust. And those types of things win you these kind of games, regardless of what's happening with the other team. And we saw tonight when we don't do that consistently through the game, you can lose.
When you see things just not going your way, in particular on offense, how do you create that energy just from a leadership standpoint?
I think you just got to calm the group down, not by trying to go make something happen yourself. We got to get back to our execution, just know what type of possession we need to have, who needs to be in what spots when we call our play, so we know where the ball is going to end up. We know what defenders are going to end up in the action. And, that just takes us slowing down and being able to talk each other through that, and not, seeing them going on the run or making shots and feel like we got to go get it all back at once. We got to trust in those moments. And I think the best teams since I've been in the league, that's what they all do. They don't change when they're doing great, and they don't change when it's not going great. They do it harder, and they try to trust each other more, and I think that's what we got to, continue to grow at.
There are some nights when, simply put, the other team's just going to hit a lot of shots, right? And so from your perspective, how do you decipher, where are opportunities for the team to improve versus chalking it up to a hot shooting night for the other squad?
I think it's definitely nights where you just say they had a night, I don't think tonight was one of those nights. They did make a lot of shots, but I thought we helped them. Like I said, in the first half, we came into the game knowing, they want to shoot more threes. They got this guy, and this guy that can shoot. And, we closed short. We didn't help each other. We didn't rotate sometimes. A couple times, guys going downhill. We see the back of their jersey. We know that it's a big pop and that can shoot. We're supposed to late switch, and we kept chasing the guy. And then they throw it back. There's no way the big is going to get back to that. So, we just had a lot of situations where we didn't do our jobs good enough, and that led to them getting clean looks. And like I said, they see the ball go in. Any NBA player see the ball go in, 2-3 clean looks, they're going to think every shot is going in. And they had multiple guys experience that, Kobe White, Craig Smith, or Levine. It seemed like everybody was getting clean looks, and as the game went on, they were believing. And now at this point, you're trying harder, but now they've seen the ball go in enough times to where they playing with a lot of confidence, and that's different if you take that away early in the game and they miss a few and you make them put it on the floor. I think as the game goes on, it's when we trying to make our runs and we cut it to 6 or cut it to 4, they're not answering with 3 after 3 after 3 and building that lead back up because you didn't allow them to feel that way about themselves to start. So they did shoot well, but I thought we helped them, have that type of belief.